people that if sometimes I don't let someone into our immediate space, instead of being stubborn against me, instead of wanting to take action against me, instead of trying to incriminate us, try to think yourselves in our shoes and or think for a moment what might be the reason why I may deny entry into our immediate space to someone, including a family or says be family. I offer assistance as possible, a bowl of food. When we don't have resources, I'm honest. I'm innocent of the people that lied about us, denying to assistance to them times that they didn't even ask us for help. I'm innocent of the times other people tried to incriminate us, either with phones of other people, with trackers of other people, or planting phones and trackers of possibly other people among our stuff, and or through other technological methods, either both voice apps or calling systems or messaging systems. With that, several of us looking similar sometimes. I mean, sometimes I can tell who's who, which is which, sometimes not, depending on my health and situations and circumstances, but in good faith, I insist. You help as much as you can, but sometimes if it's not possible, it's not possible. We do appreciate all the ones that have been good to us, that respect our rights, and that have assisted us. But there could be situations that I notice recurrent patterns. This is not recent. This has been happening years and years. I'm innocent if there was ever confusions either with the women of other relatives and or of my brother. I'm innocent of several of us that either might look alike throughout the years and or might have similar names and or if other people took advantage of our documents, of our identities, of our signature, of situations and or of circumstances. Ask yourselves why my situation be happening or going on. And I did have to recur to posting a variety of signs from time to time, outside and in. That enough. No unauthorized parking, of no messes inside, of no smoking inside, of no destruction, of no vandalism, of no schemes, of no scams, of no unauthorized entry, of no infested pets, of no unauthorized pets. I mean, it's horrible. There were a lot of fights and problems, including with some family. And numerous people have tried to incriminate me and have tried to incriminate or go against this house. Details in every circumstance are important. And as guilty or as bad as people have tried to turn things against me and or against my sons, we have rights. I have been merciful, extremely patient and merciful to a lot of people, to numerous people. But some situations are like recurrent patterns that keep on happening and that keep on happening. It's obvious that I'm going to be more strict, that I'm going to be more firm. Either if family or if no family, me having this trust is extremely justified based on everything that we've been put through, including by some family or by some people that said be family, and or by some exes, and or by the other groups of like looking people, and or by the other people that look like several of us that cheated us and that cheated against us. And this isn't recent. This happened generations and generations different ways. People, including through history, through militias, through religion, through law enforcement entities, possibly special departments and medical. Several of you or several might have been affected similarly or might have chosen for a given reason or another of similar situations. There have been throughout times other people that cheated against me or that hurt us, that caused us injury, and or caused us much pain and injustice by creating circumstances, making things as if against me, and or of other people that either look like us, that look like family, and or that faked to be someone they're not. Our rights are important. Our health is important. We were exposed to severe illnesses, diseases, a lot of harm to our bodies. A lot of illnesses were forced into our bodies different ways by discriminative people and other shelters and other centers, by aggressors with extremely abusive, negligent landlords. It was horrible. And how terrible of the times that my sons and me struggled, homeless, through different cities, through different towns, in state, out of state. Some of us, including internationally, Mexico, and here in the United States of North America, and if other relatives in similar circumstances, when conspirators, identity thieves, and some of the others that either chose against us and or that were used against us with malice, created discord, fights, negativity, caused separations, distancing, including what would turn mom against us, would make several of the mom women hurt us, and they were cheating, taking advantage, including of this casita, and how abusive the people that have been codiciosos, maldadosos, maldadosas, and codiciosas, constantly trying to take what ours, or constantly taking what others, and that took unrighteously a lot of what ours in the past. We have rights, and there's no justification for what was done with so much hate and treason against our birth records, against our rights, including internationally. Details were, are, and will continue to be important. Oh, we're innocent, as I mentioned again. If other people have planted from time to time either items, trackers, espionage devices inside and outside of our bodies or in immediate living areas where we've been cheated through apps, through calling systems, through messaging systems, through phones, through trackers, through phones of other people, or through messes that they themselves made, through incrimination attempts that they themselves be guilty of, through numerous very dishonorable ways that other people stubborn against us have tried in recurrent patterns that are obviously very noticeable from time to time. Distrust is very justified on my part, including with some family. There's been too much unjust blame against me. There's been too much unjust injustice, conspiracy and cheating against me, against my sons, and possibly against more family also. So I'm innocent if there was ever some misunderstandings with sobrinos, with sobrinas, with nephews, with nieces, and or with more family. And with that, of so many others, looking like several of us from time to time, that has been a problem. And it's not that it's a problem, because it's a wonderful thing. It's a blessing. It's coming in thousands of families worldwide. But it is, or it starts being a problem when malicious people chose to abuse that against us most, to be hurting us, to cheat our funds, to cheat against us, and or to try to incriminate us, causing us so much pain, harm, and injustice, including through tort, through medical, through malpractice, against our rights, against our documents, etc., etc. Details will always be of importance. My prayers for my nephews, for my nieces, for my sisters, for my brother, for my family. Les queremos, les pensamos bien. I have forgiven a lot of things, but if you are a good person watching this, or a good friend, or a good family member that are innocent, then don't get offended. Si usted es una buena persona, buenas gentes, o inocentes de cuestiones así, pues no se ofendan. We have rights. Tenemos derechos. And if you have been among the ones that are guilty, pues either way, know that we have rights. And if you're stubborn against me, eventually it's going to bounce against you with respect, I say, and in good faith. Y si acaso que en alguna vez alguien viendo ha sido de los que tercos o tercas contra mí, o haciendo trampa, o aprovechándose de circunstancias, pues tampoco se enojen ni se ofendan. Tenemos derechos, y defendernos de injusticias, y tarde o temprano pues les rebotarían sus maldades a ustedes y a ustedes mismos. I have severe medical conditions, so I'm very affected, but I'm not crazy. Tengo severas condiciones de salud y estoy muy afectada, pero no estoy loca. But again, I mentioned, una vez más vuelvo a mencionar, that is an extremely serious condition. Esa es una extremadamente seria condición. How abusive of the ones that have attacked our mental health decades. Qué abuso de quienes han atacado nuestra salud mental décadas. And how abusive of the ones that have attacked us being us of special circumstance, innocent, and having medical conditions. How abusive, how criminal, and how unjust. Qué abuso, qué injustos, injustas y qué criminales quienes se han aprovechado contra mí, contra mis hijos, contra más familiares, sabiendo claramente que somos inocentes, que estamos afectados, afectadas, que tenemos discapacidad de salud. Y vuelvo a mencionar que somos inocentes de todo, en todo y por todo. Penalties and charges should be worse against the ones that keep on stubborn trying to incriminate us and they're cheating against us. Las penalidades y los cargos deberían ser peor por quienes han seguido, si acaso, tercos o tercas a mentir contra nosotras y contra nosotros y o a estar tercas y tercos incriminándonos de alguna manera. And I disagree with the ones that have cheated this house and that affected this house. Estoy en desacuerdo con quienes hicieron trampa contra esta casita y quienes afectaron esta casita. And I disagree with the ones that have cheated, being malicious, wanting to take whatever, including this home. Y estoy en desacuerdo con quienes han hecho trampa, tan maliciosos y maliciosas, codiciando incluso esta casita. We have rights. Tenemos derecho. If any of the mom women, my mom, my grandma, or someone else still lives somewhere, well, they know that I'm saying the truth and I did the right to forgive most of them. But I have the right to defend from injustice, including from several of them, if this has to do with several of them too. It is very different of times when others denied us, denied to know us, denied assistance, chose not to help us because they were malicious, including times that was their responsibility and or that they could be in a better standing than us, then through severe circumstances that I've been through. And I understand how that can look bad against me. But prior to taking action against me and or to thinking the worst of me and or to keep on making me seem as a bad woman or person, think for a moment, analyze what might be the reason. If I don't let someone into my immediate space, family or not, there's a very important reason as to why not. Trauma from sexual assault, from sexual torture, from so much that have been stolen from us, and or from some people that cheated against me or did so many aggression schemes against me, negligence schemes against me, false accusations against me, against my sons, matters that nearly had us killed numerous times, including in them places against the violence and in special shelters and places. And there are times that I was forced to put out a good word for aggressors, including through court systems, through people that didn't deserve it. And I make it very clear that I refused to testify against other people in court. It was horrible, despicable, and dishonorable of the people through federal courts that tried to force me to testify against other people and that tried involving different things that had absolutely nothing to do with the injustice against our birth records. That is abuse. We were put through a lot of abuse, including by very racist people through special departments and through special correspondents that cheated horribly, abusing of pictures of videos of specific documents against us, and that made us seem as if either testifying against someone and or as guilty when we didn't. I have stood ground. I am a woman of honor. I am a woman of respect, including of other abusive, racist, and cheating people have made it seem as if the opposite. My sons and me are innocent of to, for, from, and everything. And I pray that if some nephews or other family or other people are also innocent, please become aware of my proposals. Details are very important. So thank you to the ones that respect us. I offer assistance in ways that I can, but not in ways that I can't. We need a lot of help and a lot of assistance and have been of special circumstance years and decades. And if other people are still cheating us from assistance, from special funds, or from money, or withholding inheritance, or business matters, or something from us, well, we're innocent. We were forced to depend. Numerous times we were even homeless in worse situations. And there's been a lot of people that cheated and took advantage against us and against this home, and a lot of people that lied of having assistance with the quantity and or amounts that they bragged and said to. Because there was cheating and altering of documents against me, including through paperwork, cases, claims, and causes. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have taken advantage of what ours and what corresponds to us. And I have rights. It's very difficult to make these things public, but it's very necessary. We have rights. And please